Demian, a semi-autobiographical Bildungsroman by Hermann Hesse, traces the transformative journey of Emil Sinclair, Hesse, from childhood to his time as a soldier during World War I. The narrative commences when Emil is attending grammar school at the age of 10, residing in a small German town with his parents and sisters. In a moment of innocence, Emil confides in a fellow student named Franz Kromer about pilfering apples from a farmer. Unfortunately, Kromer exploits this revelation and resorts to blackmail, threatening to expose Emil's actions to the farmer or the police. Over the course of weeks, Kromer extorts money from Emil and valuable possessions from his family, plunging Emil into a sense of guilt and the belief that he is part of the world's evil realm. Emil's life takes a significant turn when he encounters a new student named Max Demian. Despite the age difference, Max becomes intrigued by Emil and introduces him to alternative interpretations of religion that challenge the conventional teachings of their school. Emil confides in Max about the torment he endures at the hands of Kromer, leading Max to frighten Kromer away, relieving Emil of his troubles. While grateful for Max's intervention, Emil is also burdened by shame for not confronting Kromer himself. Consequently, he initially hesitates to pursue a friendship with Max. However, as time passes, Emil overcomes his reservations, and he and Max eventually become friends. Max's unorthodox beliefs surrounding religion both disturb and captivate Emil, prompting him to question his own faith. Despite their philosophical explorations, both boys ultimately undergo the traditional rite of religious confirmation together at the end of the third chapter. The narrative then transitions to a new phase of Emil's life, boarding school. Emil's parents send him away to school, temporarily separating him from Max. However, Emil finds himself alienated by his fellow students, leading to a state of depression and self-loathing. In a moment of desperation, Emil embarks on a solitary walk and encounters a character named Alphonse Beck. Alphonse, the oldest boy at Emil's school, extends an invitation for a drink, and Emil accepts. They venture to a bar where Emil experiences his first encounter with intoxication. The following morning, he wakes up even more despondent and disgusted with himself. Spiraling deeper into despair, Emil turns to alcohol as a coping mechanism, eventually gaining a reputation for his drunkenness. His behavior at school becomes unruly, and he becomes convinced that he is entirely immersed in a world of darkness and sin, intensifying his self-loathing. As his grades plummet, Emil finds himself on the verge of expulsion. Despite leading a group of similarly unruly boys, Emil feels an overwhelming sense of loneliness. The loneliness is further compounded by the absence of any response to the letters he sent to Max. However, Emil's life takes a transformative turn when he encounters a young woman in a park. Although he refrains from approaching her, he becomes infatuated, bestowing upon her the name Beatrice. Emil begins to idolize Beatrice, which prompts him to cease drinking and refocus on his studies. He believes that Beatrice has drawn him into the realm of light. Inspired, Emil starts painting the vivid imagery from his dreams, including a face that bears resemblance to both Max and Beatrice. In a symbolic gesture, he sends a painting depicting a bird emerging from a shell to Max. Emil continues to paint his symbolic dreams and spends time sitting outside a nearby church, captivated by the melodies played by the organist. On one fortuitous day, Emil meets the organist named Pistorius, who welcomes him into the church to listen to the captivating music. Their conversations delve into philosophy and religion, and Emil discovers that Pistorius believes in a deity called Abraxas, representing the coexistence of light and darkness. Spending numerous evenings together, Emil and Pistorius explore various religious and philosophical perspectives from around the world. They discuss Emil's dreams, and Pistorius assists him in uncovering his true self. Meanwhile, a younger boy named Nauer at Emil's boarding school seeks Emil's guidance in his own quest for identity. Emil advises Nauer to accept himself wholeheartedly in order to discover his true essence. Following the painting of his demon's face from his dream, Emil comes to the realization that the face represents his own intense and idealized inner self. As he nears graduation, Emil finds himself critiquing Pistorius, leading to the dissolution of their friendship. Recognizing this as a necessary step on his personal journey, Emil embraces the change. Chapter 6 sees Emil at university, still pursuing his passion for painting. He discovers that his inner self bears resemblance to Max Demian's mother, but he is unsure of her whereabouts. Driven by determination, Emil sets out to find her. Meanwhile, he grows disillusioned with his academic pursuits. However, fate reunites Emil with Max, and they engage in profound discussions encompassing philosophy, religion, politics, and European society. Max extends an invitation for Emil to visit his home, where he will have the opportunity to meet Frau Eva, Max's mother. To Emil's astonishment, he realizes that Frau Eva's face is the one he has encountered in his dreams. He also observes that Frau Eva and Max have prominently displayed the painting of the bird he had previously sent them. Emil develops deep friendships with Max, Frau Eva, and their circle of like-minded individuals, engaging in stimulating conversations about philosophy, society, and religion. In the final chapter, Emil achieves a sense of peace and self-identity. However, with the outbreak of World War I, both Emil and Max find themselves enlisting to fight. Tragically, they both suffer injuries. Emil awakens in a hospital bed to discover Max in the adjacent bed. The heartbreaking reality dawns on Emil as Max passes away, leading him to realize that Max Demian had always been the key to unlocking his demon, representing his true self. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.